Hello and welcome back everybody to Let's Play Attila to War Age of Charlemagne DLC as the Emirate of Cordoba. Let's see what will happen in Oviedo. It is the key point of interest on this map. For us at least right now. Though I would really love to do, what I would really love to do is see how the Franks are doing. Here we go. We have been invited to a battle and a half, basically. Yes, I will join this in some hope that I can outrun, basically, my allies and get to the town centre before they do. Am I going to do this? Am I going to be successful, rather, in doing this? I don't think I am, but it's worth a shot. Especially because we have 3 armies. Actually 4, right? 1, 2... No. We have 3 armies. The Emirate of Cordoba has 3 armies, and one of them is a Christian army, and these are the Defeat of Zaragoza. These are the enemies. Though, honestly speaking, the Spears of Truth are probably going to become an army belonging to the enemy faction fairly soon, because I don't intend on stopping this expansion spree, if you will, anytime soon. We have powerful armies, we have a good economy, we have places to recruit units, places to retrain units. We're basically snowballing, and I don't want to stop this snowball to basically build it up manually, if that makes sense. If you imagine a snowball rolling down the hill, you don't want to stop it and put snow on top of it, you just want to let it build on its own, right? Because, well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because it's pointless. What I mean by that is we don't want to get our expansion, well, put our expansion to a halt and either build up economy or recruit some of the units and maybe disband a couple of spearmen to get a couple of Andalusian infantry. Things like that are pointless and should not be done. Okay, that was a lag and a half. Well, no, well, yeah, actually, our reinforcements have arrived. I didn't know. Oh yeah, we're gonna have all 3 armies march in at the exact same time. Tell you what. Do you need siege equipment? Yes, you do. Which means... Oh dear, this is probably the biggest battle ever. So I don't expect the frame rate to be anywhere near acceptable for any game, really, especially not a Total War game. But we sort of have to deal with it because, well, I mean, we're not exactly going to have battles where 4 armies participate at the same time, like, ever. So, you know, that said, frame rate is going to be pretty damn abysmal. Okay. Well, our allies, at least, have a metric ton of siege equipment. We have ladders, we have... Is this a siege tower? Yes, it is. Let's see how they look. They're different now, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Ladders, siege towers, battering rams. They are ready to lay waste to this settlement, especially its walls. You can actually see in like 5 frames a second, actually 12 if you're interested. You can see different citizens living here. Can I express my cultural just absolute blindness, if you want to say it like that, and ask why not more of these women are wearing a hijab? Or is that even historically accurate at the time? I assume it is. Because they're supposed to be citizens from, like, they're supposed to have the same textures like the ones in Cordoba. Fair enough, this was Asturias a couple of months, well, a couple of years ago, so yes, I understand that reason, but from a game perspective, I think if we were to attack something like my capital city, which I've renamed, I'm thinking about reinstating the name Cordoba again, because without it, it would be the Emirate of Juggernautia, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But well. Can you like go there? I mean, there's no reason for you not to. You're never going to participate in the battle because you've got a bad starting position, but guess you can do it. So I hope you understand why this battle is well, basically there is no question to how this battle is going to go, is what I'm getting at, okay? We will not only win, we will absolutely destroy the enemy. They left some siege equipment for me to use. Is the AI doing this on purpose? Who knows? What we're going to do is we're going to have to risk it, and not for the proverbial... try again. Not for the proverbial biscuit, for the literal biscuit. Well, metaphorical biscuit, because the biscuit in this metaphor is the city itself. So they left like a ladder and a siege tower here for me to use. I respect that, absolutely. They're going to be taking a lot of fire from enemy missiles and siege towers. Well, not siege towers. Guard towers and watchtowers, I suppose they're called. Yeah, watchtowers. See, here's the thing. We are absolutely going to destroy them, but they don't have that weak of an army in there. Like, they can hold, alright. My objective is this. I need to get here and capture this, because then I think there is I'm not sure, I think there's a chance that I can get the city instead of the Christians here. But again, I'm not sure. However, you know, I could Google it. And if you're going to give me advice to Google it, I would recommend that you ask a certain YouTuber named Gopher on what his opinion about Googling stuff like this is, and basically just that is exactly what I think as well. Yeah, just look it up. Don't. And yes, you might say, oh, well, why don't you tell us? Well, if you're asking me to look it up, then you look it up. You look something up in return. They are fairly depleted. Every one of their units is like 60 to 70% strength. Well, it's actually not true. It's even worse than that. So we have a problem there. I forgot, are you running? You should be running, absolutely. You should actually go to this siege tower. Did I pause the game somehow? Run to the siege tower. See, they're leaving behind siege equipment for me to use, which is by far the smartest thing I've seen AI troops do in, well, forever. In a Total War game, of course. Take that into consideration for a second. Run to there. And run to there. Maybe we'll get there on time. Use the ladders, I don't know. I don't think I have any chance at winning this. By which I mean taking the city over myself. Though you never know, do you? Tell you what, I'm gonna cut it here, and we're gonna see. Well, we're gonna resume actually when some actual action happens. We return to see our allies storming the walls. There we go. It's actually a very nice shot. Kind of. Well, it would be cinematic if it was more than 11 frames a second, which it's not. And I'm, by the way, not blaming the game nor my system. There's 4 armies where there should be 2. So realistically, we should be receiving half the frame rate, which is to say, like 11 to 10 frames instead of 20. And 20 is not playable, but 20 is not good, but it's bearable. It shouldn't be bearable. No, it shouldn't be, but you know what I'm saying. It's workable for purposes of recording YouTube videos, especially in games like these where you don't really care whether they're fighting at 20, 25, or 30 frames a second. All you care about is they're fighting, and yeah. Sure, I would love to play this at 90 FPS. I don't think it's possible on any machine to put 4 armies in and then play it on 90 or 60. Well, 60 FPS maybe, but on 90, I don't think so. By the way, when I say any machine, I mean any machine that doesn't cost more than like $100,000. I'm pretty sure NASA has a computer that can do it, but oh god, the unprofessionalism! It burns straight through the internets and then into, well, me and you together. That was my Skype. Oh dear. Can we actually use siege towers at the same time as our allies? Yes, we can apparently. Oh yeah, that's new. I didn't know that could happen. Yes, walk your cavalry into their spearmen. I'm sure they're going to do extremely well. This is going to be one long battle, but it's going to be one boring battle, so to supplement for it, I'm going to have a bit of a longer episode. I need troops inside the town, okay? That's basically what I'm getting at. Is I need troops inside the town. Well. And again, because this is taking so long, cut until something actually happens. So, after about 20 minutes of real life time and 8 or 7 of in-game time, we've arrived at, well, basically there. If there was anything interesting that might have happened, I would have showed it to you. Spoilers, there wasn't. So the power of video editing is amazing, and thankfully you won't have to watch 30 minutes of literally this happening. So yeah, they seem to be fairly ready, able, and willing to let me charge straight into the front of this here position, and I've done so on the flank here a little bit. You might say you've taken too many casualties. I don't care. Literally, I don't care. We can take 50% off of each of these units, because this will prevent a war, an entire war from happening with a sovereign nation of the West. So I really do not care how many troops I have to throw at the front lines. There are no tactics here. All my units are practically exhausted from running. Well, actually, these guys aren't that bad. There are no tactics here. Literally, what you do is you select everything and you tell it to go here, because you're racing against the AI, and the enemy has no chance whatsoever of beating you. Also, in the tradition of, well, it's actually not really that much of a tradition, but as I haven't done this on any of my Europe Universalis Let's Plays, but on other Let's Plays, they usually get more and more unprofessional as they go on. As such, I have a bowl of noodles to consume here, so if you excuse me. I'm trying not to chew into the microphone. Well, not chew the microphone, but chew close to the microphone so I can, you can't hear any disgusting noises. He said with his mouth full. I understand the irony now. Oh. Nice. Has some German sausages in it. Lovely. I was planning on eating after the video, which is why I separated about 30 to 40 minutes, right? This is taking a bit longer than 30 to 40 minutes of real time, so... And I have a very busy schedule. Abdallah, that's the same name as one of my... Wait. Umayyad General, yeah. That's the same name as one of my generals. Oh well. You can see we have like troops still on the ladders. There's literally troops pouring in here non-stop, but this is what is important. We need to get here with more men than the AI, and we need to hold this. So we have some troops lost over here as well, which is comical. I also have these people running around for some reason. I really don't understand why they're doing this. Maybe picking up experience or something, but I couldn't care less. They're all gonna get retrained anyways, so like it really doesn't matter. Which is, I guess, one of the sort of disadvantages of this system, where you don't have to pay for units to retrain them or get them to appropriate provinces with appropriate buildings. They sort of retrain on their own. If they're stationed in a friendly town, which, you know, fair enough. It's easy for men, well, like a couple of men to be migrated, I guess, or transported from your capital to, or wherever your recruitment center is, to wherever the town on the front lines is. You know, it doesn't take more than a year to do that, basically. It isn't difficult to do that, but still. You get in this weird position where you're like, oh, I've taken 8 losses here, doesn't matter. I've taken 2 losses there, doesn't matter. On the whole, I took over 500 units, but every unit a little bit, so it really doesn't matter. It's going to get retrained in like 1 turn, so... It's a bit weird, but that's the way they do it, and that's the way they've been doing it for a very long time, so I don't really care. Combat even, really? Do you really think it's even? Please. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. This better be over sooner rather than later. As we have a problem with them. Well, we have a problem with this. That is Levy Spearmen. They're going to walk into the town centre and we're going to have a problem. Do you know what? Screw the town centre. Well, no, screw the general. We're moving quite literally between all of the fighting, dying in the process. Basically, this is a suicide attack, is what it is. You are ignoring him and just throwing yourselves at the town centre. Now, I have not the best of luck in terms of Total War games and in terms of life in general. So, knowing my luck, this is probably not going to work, and the occupation is going to start for... It says we are capturing a victory point. Well, I mean... We, as in Cordoba, or we, as in this alliance? Don't turn away, you morons! No. You've been doing so good. You've been doing so good. You have no idea how good you've been doing. Don't turn back now. Go into the cap circle. Yes. Into the cap circle. Yes, excellent, excellent. Okay, speed 3, 10 frames a second. Because now there's particles from this as well to add into the equation, and I'm hoping this is not the last enemy unit. It probably is. What does it mean if we kill every last enemy unit on the map? I think that probably means defeat. For the... what is it? For the Umayyad? Well, yeah, the Umayyad. Let's just call them the Umayyad. No! I'm the Umayyad, aren't I? Listen, it's a Umayyad general, I am Emirate of Cordoba. Yeah, it means defeat for me, basically. Because the Christians are going to gain control of the town. No, live! Nah, I don't think we've gained the city. Pretty sure the other dudes got it, the Christians, because they were the ones besieging it. Realistically, it would only be fair that they get it, but I'm not exactly interested in fair. I'm more sort of interested in winning. Game. Yeah, click the end battle minutes ago. What the hell? Deployed exactly 8,000 troops. Is that the cap? Probably. Decisive. Yeah, I can see Pepin is... Pepin? Yeah, Pepin is well, basically in charge. I'm the ally here, so more losses than he did. It's embarrassing, I know. Well, I'd say it's worth a shot. Well, I'd say that it was worth a shot, but ah well. I wonder if we would have captured the town centre, would we have gained the city for ourselves? And I'm thinking probably, because that's the way it used to work. Is you start capping for yourself, not for the alliance. Like of you and the other guy. And the cap goes to your nation, so does the city, I suppose. Which would make sense when converting the battle situation on the ground to the map. On the campaign map, right? Because what you're doing is, well, you're saying basically, okay, we're in the town, which means this is our town, and which sort of didn't happen here, but oh well, I suppose. We destroyed that faction. Noble birth, that was nice. Gonna have to think about it, but I think I looked at this last time. Yeah. I have no reason not to go to war with you, do I? So... absolutely. And, let's begin. Light siege towers, a light battering ram, and a pair of ladders. No. No. Okay, just a pair of those then, I suppose. Really? Okay. Oh, can you not besiege the town as well? Oh, that is stupid. Okay, that is absolute bullshit. That is serious bullshittery right now. Okay, tell you what, we're going to be sieging Oviedo for the next 30 years. Let's move on north. Well, sorry, east. To here, because, well, we don't want... I'm going to sort of resolve this. There's no point in fighting this, come on. Yeah, I was just, like, roll over them. We are going to fight it at the other place, though, absolutely. And I'm thinking that's going to happen next episode. We've lost like 100 troops, almost 200, it's fine. Occupy it. Oh god, okay. Basically what I'm doing is I'm stopping... This is Barcelona, right? Yeah. Congratulations to the Defia of Barcelona for being absolute champions and cutting off the enemy. I'm basically stopping any troop movement, any weird troop movement happening here, and maybe attacking the south. That's basically what I'm doing. You can stay there. And I have a decent bit of money actually to spend on repairing this town. Convert it to nothing because you're going to destroy it. Repair this. Okay, I'm happy with the way that turned out. Here we can build a... Oh no! Sorry, there was a place. With a bunch of population they didn't know what to do with. Let's find it. No, though this would be nice to upgrade. You know, it's just because it's the capital. 4, 3, 7. Yeah, here we go. Yep. Undeveloped land. I'm thinking cloth market. You know, do we have a cloth market here? No. A marble cutter, olive press, grapes. Can you build a watermill? Can you do that actually? No, doesn't look like it. Or am I just being blind? No, you can't build a watermill. I think you can build a watermill like here, not here. So yeah, cloth market would be just fine. Actually, wouldn't a food market be better? Well, it just gives food from commerce, which is actually not that good. Your happiness is very good, so you might want to build a build a craftsman actually. Go ahead and do that, and we can end the turn. Absolutely, yeah. Hoping they don't attack me, but even if they do, we're gonna like save it there and do the big battle for Oviedo. Well, the second battle of Oviedo, which actually sounds very, very historical and nice when you say it like that. But I'm gonna try and make it so the Battle of Oviedo is the last stand of Christianity in Iberia. Why? Because it's, you know, it's a big, awesome battle and kind of symbolic and all that. I've also noticed that the enemy have very poor navies, which is something we might want to exploit, or also something that might get patched out later. You never know. Food shortage resolved in Leon. Okay. You know what? Do that. When are they going to surrender? 6 turns. We're not waiting for them. You know, we're not waiting for 6 turns, but you know, would be nice if we can do it sooner as well. What is this? This is a rebel army. Yes, rebel Christians. Absolutely fine by me. This is a 2020, right? Yes, good. We'll take this city, and after that we will move on with our lives. Let's say. I'm gonna do a bit of a longer episode. I'm actually not sure how long it's been going for. Let me check. Because it's been going for ages, but I have to cut out most of it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's build something else, like economy boosting. Do some economy boosting, and 33 food. You don't need food there. Do some economy boosting, and then we can leave it so that the Battle of Oviedo is the last battle. Like, we can do an episode just dedicated to that. Like the last battle in Spain we're going to have for a while. Assuming we don't have any big problems. We can build a lead mine, and we shall. Absolutely. I think I should have built that earlier, but who cares? I have money to spare. Well, actually we don't, but we're not exactly poor either, so there's a couple of ways of looking at it, I suppose. Yeah, one more turn and oh, you leveled up, didn't you? Congratulations, you're a governor. Oh, you're the new guy. Well, relatively new. Tax. I want more money. Like 2,600 per tick is very nice. We're in a state of total war. Hey, if you excuse the pun. But we're going to build another army. Absolutely, we're going to build another land army, and it shall be glorious. I won't meddle with the navies because, one, it would take ages to get them from this side over across, like all around Iberia and into up here, basically. So we're not going to meddle exactly too much with navies, and historically navies were not exactly that important at this time of year. Oh! Well, that changes things. The Tafia of Barcelona just lost this. Oh well. Yeah, why don't you run over there and stop the Tafia of Barcelona from reclaiming that land while I simply walk in, and there really should be a ask for surrender button here, and the enemy army actually isn't that small, but their chances of providing any resistance are just none. I mean, they're garrison troops fighting against well-equipped and superbly trained and like basically war veterans of my army. One of the oldest armies we've put here. We can subjugate them, but we're not interested in subjugation. Did you lose a unit? No, you didn't. I'm going to be reinforcing very, very quickly. And let me guess, Pamplona has recruitment centres, doesn't it? It has a guardhouse. Destroy it. It has a farm, repair it. It has this thing, I'm going to repair it. And it has this thing. Iron mine, absolutely, it's iron, it's useful. Can do that. And still around 2,000 something per tick, which is nice. There's a construction site here I've sort of ignored, and I apologise for that. Destroy this, convert this to a thinking estate because of the growth. Yeah, estate. And turn this into a watermill. Now, did one of you level up? I think one of you leveled up. Yeah, just from sitting next to a siege. Don't question it. Experience, zeal, personal influence, why not? Get those two. You didn't gain anything, but that's fine. You leveled up. This is just like quickly tidying up before we end the video. Campaign movement range is not bad. Personal influence, though. Yeah, get some personal influence going. You are my heir, or my faction leader. No, you're probably the heir. Or maybe you were... I have actually no idea who you are, but that's completely fine. You're a good general. I may have actually fucked up politics a little bit by giving you so much personal influence. Oh well. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very big battle, and a very interesting battle next time. Let me just check. What does the enemy have? Yeah, they are heavily depleted. I'm going to win this, and there's no question about it, because one, I like to think I'm good at Total War games, and B, I'm just outnumbering them greatly, even without this army as reinforcement. In fact, you know what? Let's make it a bit more interesting. Let's do that. Let's do that, just to make the battle a little more interesting. See? To make the battle a little more interesting, we're not going to have a reinforcement army. In fact, this is confidence, absolutely. I have Warriors of Tawhid, I have 4 armies, and I didn't even notice. Holy shit. Okay. You are going to Lugo. You are going on a forced march all the way to... Actually, you might not be going anywhere. Let me check where we can recruit troops and where we can upgrade them. I think here we can upgrade our troops, but we can't recruit any. Well, we can't recruit like the basic ones. Down here is my recruitment center, isn't it? Absolutely. In Marca Media. So you are going to the province of Marca Media, down there under a forced march. Well, you will receive 4 new units eventually. And these guys are going to basically babysit Lugo until it's a little bit more pleased with itself, I suppose. Yeah, this is the battle next time. This is going to be an episode dedicated just to this battle. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, as it really does help me out and helps the channel out. And until next time, I bid you farewell. Bye-bye.